Imagine waking up to find your bank balance slowly shrinking. Not from one big hack, but from dozens of tiny cuts. A forgotten subscription here, a sneaky fee there, a free trial you never meant to keep. And behind it all, a powerful data machine that knows who you are, what you buy, and how to charge you without you even noticing. Today, we are diving into the dark intersection of personal data, ghost subscriptions, and a rising wave of digital scams that consumer watchdogs across the United States are now sounding the alarm about. This isn't just tech news. It's a quiet, economic war being fought on your phone, in your inbox, and on every website you visit. So stay with this video until the end, because the most dangerous part of this story is not what companies and scammers are doing. It's how easy we make it for them. So are you with me? Still with me? Then let's not waste any more time. Over the last decade, personal data has become one of the most valuable resources on Earth. Governments, corporations, and cyber criminals are all competing to collect it, analyze it, and monetize it. In the US and around the world, every search, every click, every accept cookies button feeds a massive ecosystem that profiles you in microscopic detail. On the surface, this feels convenient. You get personalized recommendations, smoother logins, and apps that just work. But behind the scenes, these same data profiles are being used to target you with ultra-precise offers, upsells, and subscription traps designed to slip under your radar. The more detailed the profile, the easier it becomes to predict what you'll ignore, what you'll forget, and what you'll never cancel. In response, some privacy advocates are now arguing for extreme levels of personal data protection, far beyond today's basic cookie banners and privacy policies that almost nobody reads. They talk about radical transparency over what data is collected, strict limits on resale or sharing, and even giving people the legal right to turn off data tracking, in the same way you might flip a switch on a light. Whether or not these ideas become law, they point to a growing anxiety. Ordinary people feel outmatched in a system that profits when they're confused, distracted, or overwhelmed. One of the clearest ways this data-driven environment hits your wallet is through so-called ghost subscriptions. These are recurring charges you barely remember signing up for, if you remember them at all. A streaming service you tested during a free trial, a fitness app you thought you canceled, a premium feature bundled into something you only needed once. Companies know that people are busy and that attention is limited. Many design their sign-up and cancellation flows to take advantage of that. The sign-up is one click. The cancellation may require logging into a forgotten account, navigating multiple pages, or even talking to a human on the phone during business hours. Every extra step increases the chance you'll delay it, and every delay is another month of revenue for them. What makes Ghost subscriptions especially powerful is how they quietly multiply. A music service here, a cloud storage plan there, a news site, a VPN, a pro version of a productivity app. Individually, each one looks small. $5, $10, maybe $15. But combined over a year, they can easily run into hundreds of dollars. At scale, this becomes a major hidden transfer of wealth from distracted consumers to companies that design around friction and forgetfulness. Data plays a huge role in this. When companies can see your spending patterns, your device type, your browsing behavior, they can optimize their pricing and offers to keep you inside the subscription funnel. If analytics show that most people don't cancel before the trial ends, there is little incentive to make that process easier. In some markets, regulators are beginning to push back, demanding clearer disclosures and easier cancellation. But enforcement, especially online and across borders, is still catching up. This is why debates over extreme personal data protection are not just academic. They touch questions of national security, economic fairness, and geopolitical influence. If one region raises its privacy standards sharply, companies may shift their operations elsewhere. If another region stays permissive, it can become a hub for data-driven business models that other governments see as predatory. In effect, the rules around your Netflix bill or your fitness app subscription connect to larger global battles over who sets the standards for the digital economy. So why is this issue exploding now? First, subscription models have quietly become the dominant way software, media, and even basic services are sold. From office software to car features, more companies are chasing recurring revenue instead of one-time purchases. That changes their incentives. Instead of focusing solely on making a product worth buying, there is now a powerful motive to make it just difficult enough to stop paying. Second, artificial intelligence and advanced analytics make it easier than ever to segment and target consumers. The algorithms can identify who is likely to accept a free trial, who is unlikely to cancel, and who might complain. This does not automatically mean malicious intent, but it does mean businesses can systematically exploit human habits and blind spots at scale. Third, economic pressure is rising. For many households, wages are not keeping up with costs. In that context, losing $30, $50, or $100 a month to subscriptions you barely use is more than just an annoyance. It's the difference between saving and slipping behind. This is why warnings from consumer groups and bureaus resonate so strongly right now. They fit into a wider pattern of people realizing how much of their financial life has moved into digital systems they don't fully control or understand. While governments debate laws and companies fine-tune their algorithms, there are practical steps viewers can take immediately. These are not perfect solutions, but they shift some power back into your hands. Audit your subscriptions. Once every few months, go through your bank and card statements line by line. Look for small recurring charges you don't recognize. Many people are shocked by what they find. Cancel aggressively. If you are unsure whether you still need a service, cancel first and reconsider later. In many cases, you can resubscribe instantly if you change your mind. Use virtual or separate cards. Some banks and fintech apps offer virtual cards or burner numbers for online payments. Using these for trials can make it much easier to cut off unwanted recurring charges. Turn off auto-renew where possible. Some services allow you to disable auto-renew immediately, even while keeping access until the end of the current period. That way, you are forced to make a conscious decision to continue. Be skeptical of too good offers. Free trials, huge discounts, and limited time promotions are often designed to push you into a subscription funnel. Before clicking, ask, what's the catch in 3 months? Just as important is changing how we think about data. Whenever a website or app asks for access to contacts, location, or browsing behavior, the question should not be, is this convenient? But what can they do with this later? On a global scale, millions of people asking that question creates pressure. It signals to companies and regulators that privacy, and not endless data collection, is the default expectation. At the same time, scammers will adapt. As awareness of one trick spreads, they will shift to new tactics. Deep fake voices pretending to be bank staff, more sophisticated phishing, and fake subscription management services that are themselves scams. Staying informed will be just as important as any future law. The digital world was sold as a place of freedom and convenience, and in many ways it still is. But hidden underneath the apps and platforms is a complex system built to extract as much value as possible from your attention, your habits, and your data. Ghost subscriptions, dark pattern signups, and increasingly aggressive scams are not random glitches in the system. They are features of an economy that assumes you will not read the fine print, that you will not check your statements, that you will not question where your data goes. If you found this breakdown helpful and want more deep dives into the global forces shaping your daily life, from data privacy battles to financial risks and geopolitical shifts, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Because in this new digital era, protecting your wallet starts with understanding your data.